Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Can't hit him, 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 listen. It's Eagles talk, let's talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shell and Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on them, drop the facts on them. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the Dark Knight, and welcome to another edition of Eagles Talk. Wildcard Weekend is upon us. Our Philadelphia Eagles are starting their quest for another Super Bowl championship, and it starts this Sunday as we take on the Green Bay Packers here at the Link at home. It's about to go down, people. Are y'all ready? Going down. It's going down. Oh, we've been waiting all year for this, right? Our year has been extraordinary. And I can't say that any of us on Eagles Talk are surprised at how extraordinary it has been because, in the beginning of the season, we damn near picked the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were only a game off.
Yeah.
Nichelle and Pat had it 15-2. I had it 14-3. And so this is not a surprise that we're sitting here going into the playoffs at 14-3 because we kind of expected this. I will tell you, I am a little surprised that our offense wasn't as explosive as we all thought at the beginning of the year. We thought we actually our expectations for the defense were they surprised us, right? I didn't think they were going to be that good, and I thought that the offense was actually going to carry us. I was like, all right, we're going to be in all the games because we just have a powerful offense. And if our defense is just 50% better than they were last year, then we should have a successful year. But lo and behold, our defense is number one in the league, and we still have a powerful offense that can score when need be, and more importantly to me, they can control the clock. And that's a superpower, right?
And can't nobody do it like us besides possibly KC. But other than that, come on now. Nobody's running the clock like we are at all.
No,
not even.
We will suck the life out of you. You saw the game. We got the ball with 10 minutes to go in the game. And the team, and who were we playing? They thought they were going to get the ball back. Silly rabbits.
Hey, we had it done to us in the Super Bowl, so.
They thought they were going to get the ball back with 10 minutes to go, and we kept the ball for the rest of the game. So, that's our superpower right there. But without further ado, let's do what we do best. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around that is by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. On here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I don't drink anymore, so I'm just sipping on my hot cocoa. I got hot cocoa tonight, so I'm going to be
lemon drop.
Oh, lemon drop. All right, so let's do this. Everybody, let's get geared up. We're going to preview what our upcoming game against the Green Bay Packers, and we're going to have fun doing so. So here, down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
All right, so before we go any further, let me just invite you guys, not invite, but just welcome you guys into the show, and that's our fourth co-host, you guys that are in the chat room. And the first person in the chat room tonight is Dion. Dion says, Joe, he's early. He early. Right? Oh my goodness. Let me find out.
He usually be, I'm sorry I'm late, and all these excuses.
Yeah.
Way to go. He's starting off 2025 strong.
Yes. And Tony Barron, our resident from down under, Yo Bird fan, Tony? We talking playoffs. Yes, we are talking playoffs. The X Factor is watching on YouTube. He says, what's good, Eagles fan? What's good, X Factor? What's going on? Jeremiah Andrews, what's up, Eagles fan? What's up? Myron Bennett is in the house. He says, Eagles talk. What's up, Myron?
Good.
And Raheem Hemmy Hands is in the house. What's up, Eagles talk? I thank you guys for bearing with us during our absence. I had a a death in the family. Lost my father on Christmas Eve and such, so that I wasn't able to make the show, as you can understand. I appreciate all the well wishes and condolences that I have received from everyone on social media and the such. Thank you. It was a tough time, and the grieving goes on. But
Absolutely.
one thing that I know is that my dad would have wanted me to get on this air tonight and talk about how his Eagles are going to take the Super Bowl, and it all starts with this game this weekend. So I'm here to honor my dad, and hopefully the Eagles will help me do that and win it all. Let's win it all. Let's just win it all for Dad. Let's do that. All right. Gregory is in the house. He says, good evening, family. Fly, Eagles, fly. Demetrius is in there. Go Birds from the Show Me State. That's right. That's what's up.
Hey, that's what's up.
That's what's up. All right. So, like I said before, we faced the Green Bay Packers. This is our second time meeting them this year. We faced them in Brazil. Now we're going to face them at home in Philadelphia, and it was a entertaining game, a competitive game. That first game of this season. Neither one of the teams were operating at a high level. You can just think about it. It was the first game of the season, so both teams are a lot different than that first game of the season.
Yep.
Green Bay is much improved from when we saw them, and we are very much improved since that first game of the season. Our defense has not given up 30 points, often this season, and we gave up 29 to them that day.
Scarier, you know what I mean? We got scarier.
Yes, we did.
People are scared. Nobody's really scared to play Green Bay like they're scared to play us. We still have the edge on that, and Jordan Love's doing his thing. I am not taking any credit from Green Bay and what they have accomplished, but I think we kind of separated ourselves from the pack 6-7 games ago. Real talk.
And I agree with you. Like I said about 4 or 5 games ago, we're the bullies. We're bullies now. Like,
very much so.
Like
we're not ready to play physical.
Yeah, you better be ready for a physical, game when you play us. Like, and that's, to me, I love that probably the most, because when you think about how we ended last year, that was the last descriptor that you would use for our team. The way we went out, we were far from being a bully.
Right.
We were a bunch of bitches out there last year. I mean, for real, to be real, we were a bunch of bitches at the end of last year, not wanting to hit. People were calling us soft. I remember people saying Fran was calling us soft. They're soft.
Know bitches with more heart, though.
Yeah.
If you really want to talk about it,
I didn't mean to insult any genre. I didn't mean to insult anybody. But we were not this team that we are now. Now we're
we were charming. We were charming and soft.
And now we're not that. Now we're physical. We're tough. You come in here, you're going to hear from our defense, and our team matches the persona of our city now. This is what Philly is about, and our team is represents that persona. They're gritty. They no bullshit, tough, physical, all that. You're going to get it when you come into the stadium. You're going to hear it from our fans, and now you're going to get it on the field from our team.
That's right.
So, come on in at your own risk and give it a good college try. But I just feel very good about going into this game against the Green Bay Packers. And as always, a lot of my confidence and calm comes from that defense.
Period.
It just comes from that defense, man. From what we talked about it, that is the most surprising aspect of our game this year, is how the defense has gone from 20-something to number 1.
Listen, we got a couple of crash outs on our defense. So,
yes.
Truth be told, between Sidney Brown, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they starting to calm down. But we got a couple of crash outs on our defense. They are not to be played with. They are not to be played with whatsoever.
Jalen Carter, Everybody, man. Our defense is young, physical,
Hungry.
and hungry, yo. And you just don't want it with them. You don't want it with them, and 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 I can't. We got to take care of Green Bay. So I'm not going to get ahead of the game. But there is a team out there that I can't. I wouldn't mind seeing again for a third time this year because they kind of got a little happy over the last time we saw them,
Listen.
and I really want to show them that you know you didn't really do anything. Like we'll show you guys if we have to see you guys again. But we're
Right.
gonna worry about Green Bay.
They don't want that payback.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all on y'all way. I'm not gonna say y'all not, but come on, y'all, please, please. Y'all don't want that smoke. I don't think y'all really want that smoke. We're waiting on Pat. Pat has a call he had to be on, but in the meantime, Christian Watson is not going to be playing on Sunday. Jordan Love is a little banged up.
He is. He is.
We have Jalen Hurts coming back from the concussion, which I think that he's great. I think he's okay. I'm not in the
He's
locker
fine.
room, but I believe he's fine, and he'll be ready to go. And heard some mess on Sports Talk today about not wanting him to go all out. Like what are we doing here? Not wanting him to not go all out because we are not going to need him to go all out against the Green Bay Packers. What are we trying to win a Super Bowl or what? I mean, what are we talking about?
That's why I had to tune out half of sports radio because now they're just grasping at straws. Besides just like let's just make the most toxic climate around our players ever. Like what are you talking about here?
Is that even an option? I mean,
It's not an option.
do you tell Jordan, we're not going to need you to be Jordan today? You know what I mean?
Yeah, LeBron, tone it down a little
LeBron,
bit.
you don't tone it down. We don't need you to be, all world today. Just, just do enough. That sounds so stupid to me. Like, what are you talking about? We don't need him at full. We don't need him to do all the. That sounds like loser. That sounds like people that don't know how to win. You don't ask the greats champions to tone it down. Like,
Yeah.
the lights go on. It's winning time. You do what it takes to win the game. What I don't get this. And I'm
Period.
shocked because my man Ike, my twin, my aunt Ike said this. I was like, yo, I started to call in
Listen.
Ike. What are we talking about?
Listen. And these are the same people that said it wasn't enough. It's like they keep moving the goalposts on what they wanted to look like the win versus just getting to the end goal, which is win by any means necessary.
Right. And you give 110%.
Yes. Come on now. Come on now.
110%. They're talking about take it easy. We don't need him taking any chances.
Taking nothing easy.
Yeah, we gotta
Everybody gonna
take
get
chances.
this smoke from here on out. We need to
Yes.
make a statement every week, in and out, because this is one and done.
Yep. Like Hemi says, every Eagles player is back healthy, so no excuses in the playoffs. No excuses. Exactly. I want to see this team play at the level that it has played at for the majority of the season. I want to see that in this playoffs. And I think that if we do, it's really not, it's no question how deep we can go in the playoffs. If we just duplicate what we did throughout the majority of the season, I just don't see any wins. Now, don't get
Right.
me wrong. If I was going to pick tough games, I think that Detroit would probably be a formidable foe. I'm not going
Yeah,
to lie.
they're a formidable
Um,
foe for our defense, I think,
right.
for the most part. I think our offense can handle it because Detroit always gets in shootouts. So that makes me kind of iffy with their defense. You know what I'm saying? They got a
Mhm.
bunch of high scoring games, which means if you're letting the other teams score as many points as you, they're always getting into shootouts with the more seasoned and winning teams than they do blowouts with, the teams that aren't so good. But Zane Anderson and TJ Slayton are also the other two players, active players with the Green Bay Packers that have not been practicing as of today, along with
Okay.
Christian Watson. So
All right, so we can't go in there thinking about this is a an easy game or he's
yeah,
not playing that not playing. No, put the smack down on. We need that intensity, that urgency.
period.
That's what we need going into the playoffs. No days off, no plays off.
Hmm.
We need all that. Terrell
No let
says we're
up.
going to
Yeah,
smoke
keep
Green
the faith.
Bay just like we did to the Cowgirls. Go Birds.
We
Yes,
smoking
I'll
that
put that.
Packer pack.
Yeah, we smoking
Ah,
that Packer pack,
we smoking
and
that Packer pack.
I think it's going to be a different out. I don't think it's going to be as tough, man. I think it's going to be a different outcome than what we saw in the first week of the season. Like I said, both teams were coming off of preseasons where none of our starters really played in the preseason, so it was kind of expected to see that rust that they displayed in that first game. Uh, you know, to be truthful, throughout the first 4 weeks.
Yeah.
The 2-2 record, first 4 weeks, we were sluggish. And that's to me a result of the soft ass preseason we had. But to Sirianni's credit, during the bye week, they went in and they did some work. And they got, physical in practice. They ramped it up. And
Yep.
ever since that bye week, we have been hitting on all cylinders, playing with physicality. I guess they got rid of the walkthroughs and they actually hit somebody in practice. I think that's what happened. They actually got rid of the walkthroughs, and Vic said, "Man, look, we got to hit people because this is bullshit." You know what I'm saying? We're not hitting anybody. We didn't look like we could tackle. And after that bye week, man, this team has flipped the switch, and they have been uh, the team that we've seen for the past 15 weeks save that game against the Commanders. Outside of that, we've just been outstanding.
Hmm.
Outstanding.
Hmm. Oh,
Um,
here's a good question from James. Has our confidence got in Nick gotten stronger? I'm referring to him as a mature coach. I just like to see his growth. I mean, he's up here breaking records. Hey, we got Pat in the house.
Pat's in the house.
But our coach is up here breaking records, y'all. Like, I'm not ever doubting him again. He's going to have to go on another 6, 7 game skid before he's going to get the Mike Tomlin treatment from me. He's proven himself at this point. I think it's as much as people are hunting for Eagles bred talented coaches, we need to hold on to Nick as long as we can. And he's young, you
And
know, comparative to, some of the other coaches, and is ranking already up there with some of the greats. Like, what are we talking about here? Why is it even a debate? Numbers don't lie, people do.
all right, and we're going to continue that specific conversation in quarter number 2 because I want to throw some flowers also.
We got a hater
All
over
right.
here on YouTube. I don't know what's up with Mr. Ken James here.
All right, we're going to end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, so you're watching, listening to Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around us by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, the playoff-bound Philadelphia Eagles, 14-3, as they face the Green Bay Packers. And we like to do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shot. Look, Pat's already teasing what he has. He's lifting it up. He can't wait. All right. He has the Woodford Reserve. Michelle has the lemon drop. I have the hot cocoa. All right. So here we go. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
Yeah, Nichelle, I have to echo everything that you just said about Nick Sirianni. I think it's time that we give him his just due. And I'm always apologizing because I've thrown Nick away about 3-4 times since he's been here, right? But I have to come back. I have to apologize. And he is a great coach. He is a great coach. And even in his flaws, he's still a good coach because you have to realize, like you just pointed out, Nichelle, he's a young coach. And he still has amassed the amount of success that he has as a young coach. And being a young coach there are going to be growing pains, right? And I know, and I admit, I've been, kind of impatient with those growing pains, but he should be allowed to have those growing pains, to make those mistakes and become better as a result of learning from them, as he has done. And I think we have a winner on our hands. I mean, the numbers don't lie, like you said. He has a very successful record in his time here. So I'm riding with Nick too, and I'm not going to be so quick on the draw and ready to get rid of him anymore.
No.
But just continue to hope that he grows and learns from his mistakes. And I'm not going to put him
water
up there
those
with Mike
flowers.
Tomlin yet.
I want
But
him to keep watering those
he's trending,
flowers.
yeah.
That's working.
He's trending in the
Man.
right direction. What do you have to say, Pat?
He knows how to motivate a team. He has the ability to check the temperature in the room and understand what this team needs to be motivated by. The flowers. Whoever thought somebody, a head coach of an NFL football team, would say something about the flowers, and the players actually gravitated towards that speaking. So
yes, they talk about that.
I mean,
they
listen,
talk about that. Look, we
his
got Green
ability.
Bay fans in the house.
His ability, and forget the Washington fans, Green Bay fans, we ain't worried about y'all. You control all you want.
Right.
You know what? Right
Come
now,
with some football knowledge,
this is
though.
a
If you want to
16
troll,
wheeler. This
come
is
with
a
some
16
football
wheeler
knowledge.
going through the postseason. All right, but Nick has the ability to get his team up for every single game. Even the game we lost, I'm gonna point you out since you want to go there with the Washington game. Even that game that we lost, Jalen had 1.5 series, right? He was able still to keep his team motivated to put up points. There are some things that happened in that game, and we could talk about the drop passes here and there, but you know what?
Or the dirty hit that put our quarterback out, because he would have he would have been smoking on the Commanders pack had he played the whole game.
Yeah,
So
but
we know why we lost.
But the thing about it is, that's in the past. That doesn't matter. What matters is Sunday at 4:30. That is what matters. You can talk about the 3 games we lost during the season. Let's talk about the 3 games we lost this season, right? 3 games. Nick Sirianni had 2 seasons where he only lost 3 games. And we're talking about getting rid of the coach. That makes absolutely no sense. He's been a playoff coach since he got here.
Period. Wait, who's he ranked up there with? Andy Reid? Who are the other 2 most
George
winning?
Seifert, some
people that aren't even with us anymore. Come on
Mhm.
now, y'all.
He's
Put
one
some
of the
respect on our
winningest.
coach name.
He's one of the winningest.
Put
I'm gonna
some
say
respect
right. One of
on
the winningest head football coaches in his first 5 years of a football team. 9-8 his first year. The next year he went 14-3. Next year he went 11-5. This year he went 14-3. He's one of the only coaches to go 14-3 in 2 seasons of his first 5 years.
Well, Tim here thinks he doesn't have any idea on the play calling, but I'd like to pose this to you, Tim. Andy Reid didn't know how to manage a clock till he got the KC, and he was here how long?
Yeah,
we talking about Nick. That's
how long was Big Red here? 10 years?
13 years.
13 years.
13 years.
Couldn't manage the clock ever.
And that's all right. We have what you call a CEO coach, and they are CEO coaches.
Don't hate
in the league
hate the game.
that do a great job. Tomlin being one of them. Mike Tomlin being a great one of those. Harbaugh in LA, the Chargers, being another one of those. So there are successful CEO coaches that don't play call, don't run the offense, don't run the defense, but they run the team. They're a leader of men. And that's what we're finding out about our coach. He's a leader of men. And he's good. Yes, he has growing pains, just like those previous coaches I've named. There's no one walking around here with a perfect record. There's none. There's not a coach or a football player, anybody walking around that has not made a mistake. And even in his mistakes, he's still one of the most winningest coaches around in his first 4 seasons.
Yep. Well, James said it. Since he's been in the league, nobody's won more than he has.
Right. So hey,
We so ungrateful as a fan
I
base.
know.
Like, Lord have mercy. You know how many teams would kill to be in our situation right now?
I know. I know. We've been to a Super Bowl in the last 4
If
years.
the Cowboys would kill to have all of this, y'all.
I don't have my sounder, but you know Cowboys suck anytime you say that name. Cow turds suck.
What do you think the Giants would rather have? Saquon back,
Saquon back.
a real quarterback, a real
Oh my
defense, a
goodness.
real O line.
Oh,
My,
thanks a
my
lot.
thing about this, and I haven't really been up on the conversation just about this Nick Sirianni thing. As you know, Jalen Hurts was a full participant in practice today, not limited, not partial, full participant. So he's tracking on a good route
He's looking
to
at
get out
Rock.
of the concussion protocol probably by tomorrow, hopefully. Because it's been the longest concussion protocol I can remember besides Tua.
They
um,
only did that because they could.
Well, it's the league. It's not
Yeah.
the team. It's the league. The league does it. So it's not the actual team. The league has independent neurologists that actually that's their job to
Mm-hmm.
hold this particular individual out until he meets all the baseline tests and surpasses them. And right now, being a full participant, he's on the right road, on the right trail to be there. Um, Even Jordan Mailata said something about Jalen Hurts coming back yesterday. He said, he says Jalen Hurts back out of practice. Jordan says Hurts has been sharp. He did not miss a beat. He has his energy back, and he is making the proper calls on offense. That's just a walkthrough yesterday. I can't
Mm-hmm.
imagine what they're saying about today. So I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the Packers. I know they're down. I know you talked about Christian Watson being down. Jordan Love returned back to practice, full practice today. But it's this not the week one Eagles. This is not the week one defense. This is not the week one offense.
It's not week
Saquon had
one
3
defense.
touchdowns on the Packers in week one. He can have 4 touchdowns, and our
5.
defense can give up no points this game. That's how potent this team has come together. How the cohesion of the defensive coordinator, the linebackers, the safeties, the corners, the defensive line, they work in unison with one. That's what a defense is supposed to be. We haven't been number one in defense in how long?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
We can't remember.
Talk about it. Talk
Facts.
about it.
We would always hit that top 3, top 5, but we didn't hit number 1.
Mhm.
We would get number 1 in stats like sacks and tackles, but we wasn't getting a full number 1 defense because we was giving up points. We was giving up too much across the middle of the field for so many seasons.
It was 1991. This
Right.
I'm gonna throw this at you real quick. Then we finished as the number one defense in total yards with the youngest starters in the whole league. The best showing since the great defense of 1991. They had the greatest move to number one defense in the history, NFL history, period.
Damn, 91.
91.
Sheesh.
1991 was the last time we saw a defense this potent. And can you imagine if they had that offense? Man,
That was back with like Eric Allen and all them, right? Right?
that's before Eric
And
Allen.
Green.
That's
It
before
was
Eric
before
Allen.
Eric Allen. Eric Allen wasn't there in 91.
That was
Yeah, he
before,
Oh, he
I
was
believe,
there.
I believe
He
it
was
was
there in
No,
91.
he was
before Eric
there.
Allen and Nate
We
McMillan and
had
all them.
Jesse,
No, it was
my
he was
friend
there.
Now go let me
Jesse
look it up.
Campbell.
Yeah, go look it up. He was there, definitely there. That 91, 92 is one of the all-time defense
Yeah,
ever. Like for real. Like that gang green defense, if it wasn't 91, 92, was one of the all-time defenses.
mm-hmm.
But yeah. Now,
Yeah, because
um,
he was with the Eagles from 1988 to 95. I know I'm not crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the other corner is Ben Smith. Ben Smith, Eric Allen was he a rookie?
He
no,
came in
No, he was a
came
88.
in
pro
Nah,
boy.
88.
he was 3
Yeah, he
years.
was a pro boy. He had
Yeah,
Wes Hopkins, Andre Dirty
Yeah,
Waters,
come on
yeah,
now.
Jesse Small, Brian Evans. Brian
Yeah,
Evans was making all the
yeah.
calls. Seth Joyner,
yeah,
Clyde Simmons, Jerome
Jesse
Brown,
was my homie.
Reggie
yeah.
White.
Yep.
Gee
Jesse and his friend.
Louise.
What was the other linebacker?
Brian Evans.
William something.
Oh, all
They
right.
used
Let's
to
end
work
this
this
quarter. Bu- 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 Media assets. All right.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, guys. You are listening to Eagles Talk. We're getting ready for the playoffs. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Our Philadelphia Eagles are going into the playoffs, where we're looking for them to have a deep playoff run this year. Everybody feels good about it. We take on the Green Bay Packers, and we got to get to the business of taking care of business. All right, so here we are. I am doing the hot cocoa. Pat is doing the Woodford Reserve. He just had somebody said, Pat got a corner left of that, Joe. And that's just
I do.
corner. A corner left of that. And Nichelle doing the lemon drop. Let me know what you're doing out there. Let's raise our glasses in honor of our Philadelphia Eagles as they go into battle this weekend. So down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
I know this is not a good time to talk about this, but has anybody thought about the fact that we might lose a coordinator again?
First of all, can I
Again?
just say this while Pat hems and haws for a minute? We need to stop hiring coordinators that still have head coaching aspirations. Vic
Right.
Fangio came here and was like, I'm settling down.
Yep. He don't have
I
no
did what I had to
aspirations
do.
to do.
I know where my lane is. This is where I'm going to play. I'm chilling. I'm going to ride this puppy out. Now we got Kellen, who thinks he wants to step up and be a head coach somewhere. We cannot have a revolving door of coordinators and think we're going to have consistent play with our offense. That's
Yeah.
not how this league works.
Mhm.
So I don't want to hear any of this fan base if we get hiccups in offense because we have to go through another coordinator.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Howie and Jeffrey need to get that in check.
Yeah, they need to be more deliberate in their selection. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, like you just explained, that is the perfect storm of a situation with Vic Fangio. He reminds me of Jim Johnson. Jim Johnson was in the same stage of his career when he came to coach for Andy Reid. Had no aspirations of being anything more than a coordinator. Vic Fangio's in the same lane right now. I don't know if there's an offensive coordinator out there like that. Is there? I mean, is there an old head somewhere out there that
College,
you know,
probably.
a college, an old head college,
But
and
it's
then
no real old heads out there that you can think of that's on a pro level, because a lot of these coordinators that are innovative, they are either young or they already head coaches. So one thing they could do, just what Jerry Jones did down in Dallas. They blocked their coach from going to the for interviews. They said no. I'm not getting permission for interviews. You could put that in the language of the next contracts, that you have to serve out your contracts at least to that last year. If you have a 4-year contract, 3 years you got to serve out. Sometimes these guys do get aspirations to be a head coach, but just because they get the interview doesn't mean they're going to take it. The thing about it is, if you look at our track record with these individuals that played these coordinators, Jonathan Gannon, Shane Steichen, Frank Wright, they're all flamed out. They're all flamed out as head coaches. Listen, Kellen Moore needs to look at those examples and say, you know what, I'm in a perfect situation where the heat's not all the way on me, but I have a quarterback that's locked down. I got 2 dynamic wide receivers that's locked down. I got a running back who just went over 2,000 yards, locked down for another 3 years. I got majority of a young offensive line, except for my right tackle, that's locked down for the foreseeable future. Dude, look what is out there for those positions. There's nothing there for you. And even if you go there and say you build something there, it's going to take a long time, and you're not going to be competitive for at least 5 years.
But I think that he wants to run his offense. This is not his offense. I'm sorry. This is not his offense. This is an offense that he's constructed because to take advantage of the personnel he has, namely Jalen Hurts and his ability to really run the RPO and be effective at doing it. So maybe he does have a itch to have and implement his own offense without having to listen to anyone. I don't know. I understand what you're saying, Pat, and that would be enough for me. But you have people that have ambitions and they want to be head coaches and the such. But to Nichelle's point, you know, this will be if it does happen. It's not etched in stone that he's going anywhere, but his name is being floated out there, so he's going to get some interviews. But there's nothing saying that he's going to leave. But if he does, that will be what Jalen's fourth.
I don't want to hear nothing
Yeah,
about
like
the offense if it doesn't start with the fact that we would be on our fourth offensive coordinator. Nothing.
yeah.
I don't
that's
want to hear
crazy.
Jalen's name. I don't want to hear the O line's name. I don't want to hear nothing but we need a OC that's going to stay here. Nothing.
Yeah,
Don't come on this show. Don't come in the comments talking about how Jalen's playing, how AJ's playing, the offense not clicking. If we don't have the same offensive coordinator next year, I don't want to hear a peep.
But I really think,
So
yeah, I think Kellen. I really think Kellen's going to stay. I think the thing that he built up here with this offense, and like you said, Dark Knight, his offense hasn't been ran to a full T yet. Right? They're just getting the cohesion down on offense. Whereas though when Jalen went down, you saw a juggernaut. They marched down the field on the Washington Commanders, right? And they was going to do again. We was going to put up a 40 burger easy by the third quarter and rust our starters in the fourth quarter, right?
So they
With
had
that
a hit
offense,
that they
'cause
didn't get fined for.
that offense and that defense, they work hand to hand, right? Offense takes time and possession, defense takes the ball back. So I really think he's gonna go to the interviews or tell them to hold off on the interviews, whatever, and stay with the team. Because listen, I mean, if I was in the position, I would.
Oh, we saw some of his offense last week
Yeah, we did.
with McKee. That's his offense. We saw getting the ball out quick, getting the throws out quick. Not a lot of RPOs because you can't run them with McKee.
Nah,
So
you
he got a
can't.
chance to
There's a
run his
statue back
offense
there.
last week, and we saw a little glimpse of it. But
We don't
I
want
don't
that
know if he's going to
offense.
leave. Yeah,
We don't want that offense. I'm sorry. I'm be honest with you. Even though we won the game, what was it 20 to 10, whatever the score was, right? We don't want that offense. That offense is not sexy per se. I mean, you got AJ Brown who's a monster. You got Devontae Smith who's the Slim Reaper. You got Dallas Goedert who actually had a pretty doggone game. He did have a drop pass though. You got he's going to be the runner up for MVP, Saquon Barkley, and we don't even talk about the 2,000 yards that he rushed for. We worried about him getting the record. This
MVP.
dude
He's going to be Offensive Player of the Year.
Dude ran for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, he's going to be
Like that's
Offensive Player of the
you
Year.
remember when Barry Sanders was almost at 2,000 yards when he went over 2,000 yards, went back over 2,000 yards. How we celebrated him getting 2,000 yards and worrying about the record. Like 2,000 yards is an accomplishment in the NFL. He did it in 16 games, the proper amount of games you should do it in. But this offense is predicated on the quarterback and his ability with his running back and his dynamic receivers.
Yeah, I agree. James says, just think about how we're going to look like next year, provided we can bring the same coaching staff back with this young group of players we have now. For real, yeah. 2 years in a row with the same coordinator usually spells success for our quarterback and our offense. So, yeah, they should look into that. Demetrius says, that team was why I became an Eagles fan, played with them on Mad 91. Okay, talking about the 91. All right.
The other linebacker was Willie T.
Okay. Dion earlier says prayer for all affected by the wildfires in Cali. They just moved the game from SoFi Stadium to Arizona. Yeah, prayers up, man. That's incredible what's going on out there with the wildfires.
Just the
and
wind.
the
Just
wind.
the wind, yeah.
Trying to fight a wildfire in hurricane winds has got to be very frustrating, to say the least. Brad says, I think he gets interviewed, but he's not getting poached unless a team don't want to wait. Edgefield James says, it just it just say a lot about Nick because every time we have a turnover with coaches, we still win, and Nick is the only one that doesn't change. Nick has to be doing something right. Great point. That's a great point. He's the one consistent. Tony, you're so funny.
I take
Tony,
him as a
Tony,
coordinator if
Tony.
he's ready to step back from being a head coach.
I don't think you can. You can't put those two together. Because now you got the head coach who's looking at the offensive coordinator that has a statue outside the stadium. Like that.
I don't think Nick cares though. Nick's
I
not
know.
Carson Wentz. He has way more strength and a backbone.
I get it.
know,
I
I
get
don't
it.
think
We
he's going to
wanna-
be upset.
That would be interesting. That would be very interesting because I think they have
I can see it.
similar personalities. You know what I mean? Like they both seem like player coaches to me. Like they're player coaches, right? We all know the story behind the Philly.
It's
Nick-
not a terrible idea.
Nick
Yeah, it is.
Not.
It
Foles
is.
actually suggested that, and Dougie P, being the players coach that he is, like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
I don't think it's a terrible idea.
It
at
is.
all.
I don't know if it's terrible, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to
They
happen
said Carson this quarter
because he's going to bring Press Taylor with him, and
No.
I don't know
I
what
love
it is.
Carson.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. No, we
Yes,
cannot
we
do that.
can.
I
We
love
sure
Dougie P.
could.
I love
He
Press
told
Taylor.
Dougie
We'll
P.
see, because I don't think the HC is working out for him.
I love Dougie P, but this it's not a good idea.
No,
I don't-
Dougie P
it's-
can't get rid of Press Taylor, and he's getting him fired every time. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to say, you can't. You got to let Press go, Doug. You got to let Press go. Press is getting you fired, and you don't have enough sense to let him go.
Yeah, I can see it now. They lose one game. Oh, fire Nick and put Doug back in the head coach position. That's going to be
because
talked about.
We're traumatized by the local sports media.
Mhm.
And shout out to Jackie. She says she was at a homeowners meeting. HOA meetings are no fun.
Listen.
No,
But-
they are not.
Carson did catch a stray. My bad. My bad.
Oh no, but can they coexist with this fan base? No, it would be. No.
The problem's not them. The problem is everybody else.
It's a great thought process. Don't get me wrong. It's a great thought process, but in actuality, it is. You have to move on from the past. I love Dougie P,
Go Birds.
and I think Doug would do fantastic as an offensive coordinator. But right now, he is our head coach. He is a head coach. It's
He's unemployed.
Yeah.
I know, but he's getting paid. He's getting paid right now. So, but the thing is, it's like if you was a principal, you're a principal of a school. You're not gonna go back to being a teacher. You're gonna be looking for another principal job somewhere else. That's what he's doing. He's looking for another head coaching job somewhere else. Maybe he go into college ranks. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he retires again and just relax and put his feet up. He is a Super Bowl winning head coach.
I don't know if he's going to get another chance though. I ain't gonna lie.
That part.
That part right there, for real.
So if he doesn't, would you not?
No.
Okay. I would.
I need innovation in this offense. You got Saquon. We can't go back. We need innovation with this offense. We need something fresh, funky fresh. Dress and rest.
Ready to party.
Party.
Hey,
All right. We
hey.
need something on those stands. We can't go
Fresh,
back to
fresh,
what we had.
fresh.
Even though the offense was unique in 2017, 2016, 2017, the offense was unique. The RPO was a staple. It
Mhm.
became a staple for Philadelphia. That's why we still run it to this day, and we're successful with it. We're very successful because we have athletic quarterbacks, smart quarterbacks that know what to do with the football. That when you as a linebacker, as a defensive end, as a safety, as a corner, when you see the quarterback put the ball into the running back's gut, you're out of position already because you're looking.
Yeah.
It is.
It's not.
Now Frank Wright, on the other hand,
that was a perfect storm there, man. Because Frank Wright did nothing when he, had his chance. Dougie has not repeated anywhere near the success. It was the perfect storm. I mean, think about we won a shootout with the GOAT. We won a shootout with the GOAT, yo. What is the
but we
probability
weren't
of that?
able to
Like,
keep
yo,
that unit together. Look
I
at the
know.
knee-jerk reaction. You know
Well, you
what I
know,
mean?
said Darren Sproles talked about it. He said, "No, it's Carson."
No,
He
we
said,
We
won a
know.
shootout with the GOAT. And think about it. Like, we didn't have superstars either. Like, you look at our squad that year, it was not like we didn't have any big name stars. Like, we had way more stars on our offense now than we had the
"Oh,
year we won.
all right."
Yeah, but
So
We
look
got
at what them
Saquon,
two
we got
did
AJ, we got
together.
Devontae.
we got Jay and Ja, right? We had
He wasn't
LeGarrette
a
Blunt.
star.
We
Smoke
had
around a blunt.
rotation of
Star.
running backs that was always lighting it up as a three-headed monster.
Yeah, they were. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, there were no stars on that team,
Yeah.
and we won a shootout with the GOAT and one of the best quarterbacks in history and one of the winningest franchises in history. We had a shootout and won it.
We did.
That was
Period.
Oh, sure
that was
did. Yes, we
crazy.
did. Yes, we did.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
All right,
I
we're
mean,
going
it's
to end
not
this
like this
quarter.
dude is not from the Reed tree. So why are we pretending like,
No,
Yeah, fact.
I don't think he's gonna get it. I don't think they're gonna let him be a head coach again.
Yeah, I think that his chances are slim.
And I like Doug,
Yeah,
but
me
I
too.
think he might go into coordinator oblivion.
nah, it's not oblivion. It's some look. All right, we ravel over our defensive coordinator, Jim Johnson, that passed away. He was one of the best defensive coordinators ever. Right now, we got a Vic Fangio who is all he said he don't want to be a head coach no longer. He wants to stay. He
We
knows
need
to stay
the
in the zone.
offensive Vic
The
Fangio.
offensive guy,
Yeah.
Kellen Moore, needs to take that precedent and understand that you can make more bones, be more productive, and have a longer stint as a coordinator than as a head coach. You're not going to do what Tomlin or Andy Reid's done. You're not going to be there for 13 years. You're going to be there for 3 years. You're going to get kicked the boot, just like Dougie P did, just like Frank Wright did, just like
And
Shane
Doug won a
Steichen is
Super
about to,
Bowl.
just
Right.
like
And
Jonathan Gannon might.
but none of these other people won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're correct, but they don't have these coordinators. Listen, his coordinator. What was the running back that was his coordinator? He got fired. I forget his name, but we said we should bring in as offensive coordinator.
Who? Dougie P?
No. Andy Reid's coordinator from 2
Oh,
years
Eric
ago.
Bieniemy.
Yeah, Eric Bieniemy has been bouncing around left and right. He's been thrown around.
He's
I'm-
out
you
of
know
the
what, I won't
league
say that.
now, right? Isn't he in
He's-
college somewhere?
He got fired in college.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Stop.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he wants to be a head coach, but it's not the thing about being a head coach. It's the thing about having that ability to connect on an offensive level. If you're going to be an offensive coordinator, do your job and do it great. Don't be looking for no other type of head coaching jobs. When you do that, you're not focused on the team that you're going against.
All right, let's end this quarter here.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're listening to Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans, for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles. We do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. Tonight, I'm doing the strong hot cocoa, and Pat is doing the Woodford Reserve, and Nichelle is doing the lemon drop. And you guys are doing just what you're doing. Let me know in the chat. So here we are as we prepare for those Green Bay Packers on Sunday.
I got one more shot.
Close to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
All right, so the job at hand is to take care of the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers come in, and this is not a very easy place to play at this time of year under these circumstances. It's never a good time to come play in Philadelphia and face our rambunctious fans here at the Link. And now we're talking about doing it in 30 to 20 degree weather.
Yes. Yes.
And having a team as physical as we have now, as nasty as we have now, it's going to be a scary situation for any team that has to come to the Link during this playoff run, and it starts with the Green Bay Packers. Our stadium, our crowd and now our team can be very, very intimidating, to say the least.
Listen, cold weather. This is football. This is football. I don't like cold weather right now, but when I was playing football, it didn't bother me. It,
Yeah.
it don't bother me. Like you put Vaseline on arms, whatever, and then go out there and ball out. This is football weather. This is what you play the game for, to get to the top of the year where you're outside in the elements, you against that other team, a model versus a model, and see who comes out who's the best. Listen, this offensive line, they're geared up. They're pissed off, but they're rested.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon is going to get at least 200 yards. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to have at least 200 yards total offense on Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying rushing.
Run all over
Total offense.
You're gonna run
Because
all over.
they're going to rely on the run game to get Jalen back into the method of everything. Then when they start putting more people in the boxes, that's when Jalen's going to wake up and realize that, you know what, I got an arm for a reason. And the game is not going to be, to me, I'm going to tell you this right now, because I'm going to be in Cabo. This game is not going to be close.
You out of here, Pat? You ain't gonna be here this weekend?
Sunday, I'll be in Cabo.
Oh my goodness!
Him and Steph. They be doing the most. On
I know they doing the most.
Multiple income and no children.
Hey. You gotta get the trips out now. But in all seriousness, Nichelle, I really think, you talked about our offensive line. At one time they were better pass blocking than run blocking. Then you turn around and say they were better run blocking than pass blocking, right?
Mm-hmm. Now we got both.
To this weekend, you're going to see the whole combination of what Scotland University has produced, and they're going to take their pain, their upsetness, their ability not to get the record out on the Green Bay Packers. I don't care how many people they're going to put on the front line. This line's going to go get it.
I can't wait to see it. I mean, a couple people do have some chips on their shoulders. And shout out to our Pro Bowl members on this offensive line: Cam Jurgens, Lane Johnson, Landon Dickerson. Three of them made the Pro Bowl, and one was I think was robbed, and that was Jordan Mailata. And he got robbed. But this offensive line, and think about it. We're talking about Cam Jurgens replacing the Hall of Famer at center, and he makes the Pro Bowl his first year replacing the Hall of Fame center. Then we talk about on the defensive line, our Hall of Fame defensive tackle Fletcher Cox leaves, and Jalen Carter makes the Pro Bowl, replacing him. So how talented is this roster, and how he has put together, in losing two future Hall of Famers. And more than adequately replacing them, or having replacements for them ready to go already on the roster, man. That's incredible.
That is I gotta get a big shout out to Nolan Smith Jr. 7.5 sacks this year. He's very instrumental, especially after Brandon Graham went down. This defense, these young Bucks, these Georgia dogs, and they just added another Georgia dog. Safety Singh from the Buffalo Bills. He was on the practice squad.
I saw that.
He actually played with all these dogs.
He's had injury problems, though, right?
He got injured his rookie year. Yes, he did get injured his rookie year. His second year, they released him. He went on to immediately got picked up by Buffalo and been on the practice squad. He's been a special teams player, so I know he's going to be a special teams player with us. But to have that confidence to bring him in and actually sign him to the active roster.
That part.
And he said when he first came in, it was all love. They welcomed him with open arms. In that locker room, it speaks volumes, because we had this in 2017. Remember that locker room in 2017? That opened their arms with love for Jay Ajayi. Remember that long run he had and didn't score a touchdown? And he said, man, you slow. Like, they opened their arms. Like, that's the same vibe we're getting right now with this team.
And that's a good vibe. I can't wait to see this team in action on Sunday. I really can't. I guess I'm gonna have to,
I know, I'm excited.
suffer through
y'all.
Saturday, and then can't wait to get up. And that, and assuming we take care of business on Sunday, we got to talk about getting up to Miller's for the remainder of the playoffs.
Yes. I'll be
That's
here.
where we need to be. Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. That's
I'll be
great.
back.
That's great. Let me hear what you guys are saying out there. James says, "What about Deuce? Give Deuce a shot." I don't know.
I don't know. Deuce
think
is
that
with
train is
Carolina,
bad.
right? Is he
Yeah.
with Carolina or something? No, he's with Pittsburgh. No, I gotta find out what Deuce still is with.
Yeah,
I'm the intern
don't
right
know.
now.
Did he beat Huff out? Who's that? Nolan Smith. Did Nolan Smith beat Huff out?
Right now, yes. The thing
He's
about
with
it,
the Browns. Deuce is the running back coach for
Yeah,
the
with the-
Cleveland Browns.
yeah.
Okay.
Deuce has the unique ability to get the best out of running back. So I don't think bringing him in as offensive coordinator is what he does. But Jalen Hurts, Nolan Smith, those combinations, along with Josh Sweat when he's healthy, and they have been very effective. Jalen Hurts is, he didn't get on the first team first team all rookie defensive team. He was an alternate on that list I saw. But he has been outstanding with his playing time. He's fast. He's a fast twitch defensive end / linebacker, and I think he did beat Huff out.
Well, that's the only downside. I think that's the only bad move that Howie had, and you can't bat 1,000 all the time, and it was probably the swing and miss on Huff. Gave him that big contract. He was our biggest free agent signing, actually, and he was probably the worst signing.
But you know what? He's contribute.
Yeah, but not to the level that we've.
I'm sorry.
Not to the level of money we got. It hasn't been a fair trade. Let's put it that way.
Mhm.
But besides that, you can't hit 100%. You can't hit 100% of the time. Besides that, Howie has built a very solid roster, and we've seen it with a 14-3 record this year, and the fact that we're one of the top teams remaining. And I think that we're going to prove and show even more of that when the lights come on Sunday, 4:30. Make sure you guys are here. We're starting our pregame at 3:30. So make sure you jump on and get ready for the game with us here, Eagles Talk. Pat will be in Cabo. Pat, you'll be in Cabo?
I will be I'll be landing about 2 hours prior to kickoff. So you know what? I won't be turned up.
Oh man,
ready.
We'll be turned up.
I'm gonna be ready because I'm flying first class. So, I'm gonna have my Wilford Reserve on the plane. I'm gonna have like 4 or 5, 16 shots.
That is wonderful. That's wonderful, Pat.
Yeah.
Everybody's abroad. Jeez. All right. We're gonna get out of here. Guys, enjoy the rest of this weekend, man. Get ready, get riled up. If you got to go get your, because some people like to go get their paraphernalia like when the playoffs start. Some people go get an extra hat, go get a jersey or whatever. Make sure you get it. I'm not. I'm going to ride with the tried and true, what has gotten me through the season. But make sure we all come here and reconvene here at Sunday at 3:30. Same bat channel, same bat time. I'm your man, Dark Knight. For the rest of my crew, Nichelle and Pat, let's come back on Sunday and let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. We out, y'all. Oh, can I get one for the Jewel?
Eagles Talk, the #1 Eagles coverage show on Facebook. That is by Eagles fans for Eagles fans.